Hey guys, I'm Nito King, and this is Space Quest V: The Next Mutation. You may remember that last time we fought the killer android WD-40 on planet Kiss Your Ass Goodbye, and we kissed her ass goodbye. Then we returned to the planet just to steal the cloaking device from her ship, which of course set off a bomb. So let's see how that goes. Not even a little bit of killing? Alright, true to his word, Cliffy's gonna try to fix WD-40 so she doesn't try to kill us next time. So I guess I'm gonna leave him to his business and see what else there is to do. Now we've finished our mission. We had 3 planets to visit. We visited all 3, even though there was no garbage beacon to kiss your ass goodbye. Kinda wonder why they sent us there anyway. But now, what do we have to do? I'm kind of at a loss here, so I suppose we better ask the person who's in charge of our orders. Ah, the Thirsty Tentacle sounds like just the place to go. Alright, so the space bar it is. And it looks like even Drool wants to go there, so I'll pull up my little code sheet again. This one's pretty easy to remember. It's 69869. And we're all familiar with the next part. Alright, so as usual, anything interesting to say? Nothing. Here's one thing that's guaranteed to be new for each trip. Spacebar is a little old place where we can get together. And that's about it. So let's go see how long it takes us to get to the spacebar while I'm wandering around. I wonder how Cliffy's coming with WD-40. Well, sounds like we're nearing our destination. Better get back to the bridge. That's good to know. Check out those stars. That's trippy. Why are some of them moving at different speeds than other ones? Aren't we moving at light speed? Should we even be able to see stars? Is this real life? Oh yeah, the destination thing that you mentioned before. Yeah, I suppose that's a good thing to know. You know, the whole destination coming up. But you notice we're traveling at light speed, and it's taking us this long to get there. Did we really want to go back to regular old normal speed that far from our destination? I don't think so. I think we want to wait until we're closer. How we doing there, Drool? There he goes. You know, you could have warned me. Yeah, that's a good idea. Someone ought to take us to the space bar. All we gotta do is pull a quick U-turn or something. I mean, it's light speed. How long can that take? You don't even have to slow down to change direction. The only problem is that it takes us just about as long to get from the spacebar to the spacebar as it does to get from anywhere else to the spacebar. Entertain me, Cliffy. Oh, the new cloaking device. Oh. I never get to do anything fun. Alright, we'll just wait here and watch the stars. There we go. And I guess we better pull into orbit before we pass it again. It's actually the first time in the game you get to go into orbit. Although I think if you leave Kiss Your Ass Goodbye and then go back to it, you can go into orbit. No, hey, that's no fair! If you're leaving first, you get a head start. Oh well. I'll show those guys. Let's get this party started with a bang! Yeah, well, I didn't really want to do that, but I guess we're stuck with it now. I suppose I'd better escape before this thing explodes. Oh, hey guys, you know, I set the auto-destruct... okay, they're gone. I don't know if that's the same message you get if you wait around for 10 minutes or not, but I don't want to wait for 10 minutes. Let's not blow up the ship. I know, strange idea, but let's go with this one and see what happens. I still don't want to be the last one there, but they all went ahead of me. Maybe I should have had the Easter Bunny gag over a screen of him saying energize. So here we are at the space bar. It's, who's that guy? I hope he looks familiar to you, too. And if I can... There we go. So, some familiar alien having a drink with Captain Quirk. What could it mean? Kinda want to look and see what Cliffy's doing, but... Get another Sprint cameo. Betcha that's real lava, too. But I'm gonna have to move so I can see what Cliffy's doing. Hey, I didn't want to teleport! No! Oh, cool! It's one of those rare teleporter Easter eggs. You don't get to see those every playthrough. By which I mean I may or may not attempt to make a bonus video with more of them. Now don't step in front of Cliffy. He stepped in front of Cliffy. I just want to look at him. See who he's talking to. Oh goody, a member of the Goliath's crew. That means he works with Captain Quirk. Fascinating. Okay, let's just go and join our friends for a nice quiet drink. Nothing's gonna happen, right? They even gave me money, and for whatever reason, they don't make me use it. I thought Roger was the only one of them that was human. And only barely. And here comes Trader Joe. Sounds like Master Belch from Earthbound. Man, this guy's got him wrong. Yeah, I'm sure Beatrice would love space monkeys. See, for some reason, I thought you could go through that part and not get the space monkeys and be screwed for the rest of the game, but apparently not. He just hands them to you for free. Hey, where'd that bug creature that was with Captain Quirk go? Why is he smarming his way over here? Aren't they the same rank now? So yeah, it's time for the minigame of Space Quest V, Battle Cruiser. And of course, this is the bane of anybody who's trying to get a perfect score in this game. I'm gonna save first, and then go ahead and read through these directions. Basically, it's Battleship. That's all you need to know, but this goes on for about 3 minutes, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Essentially, the only difference between this and Battleship is you've got 4 ships of different shapes. You've got 3 grids to put them in, and in addition to your usual shots, you also get a couple of probes, which act like kind of a radar. They'll show you where the ships are in a 5x5 square area. So that'll save you a lot of shots. Of course, the probes are limited, so you have to be careful where and when you use them. Or just save your game and then restore if you don't find a ship with one. Otherwise, these directions go on way too long, especially if you've ever played any computerized version of Battleship before. I mean, come on, I explained how to do this in shorter time. And we're just getting into how to play. Now, at least you can see they're very, very thorough with their instructions. And I suppose it might be kind of confusing, but here we are at the end of the game, so we're about done with directions. Now it's time to place all my ships. And I believe you can look at each ship to get a description of it, but not interested. Why am I not picking up my... Oh, there we go. You have to put it over on the grid and then the ship appears. So what I usually do is put 3 ships in Sector 1, and then put my last ship in Sector 3, and leave Sector 2 completely empty. So that way, a third of his shots are guaranteed to miss whenever he fires into Sector 2. And might as well save again, so I don't have to go through all that stuff one more time if I lose. And go ahead and start with a probe. I always put it in a C3 or H8 kind of area, because that gives you the best coverage. Oh. You don't want to hit quit, you want to hit done. And there we go, there's his biggest ship, right there. And he's firing into my empty sector. I love it. All I've got left is my weapon, so you gotta take this thing down 1 square at a time. Could take a while. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, I'm having some slight mouse issues. It likes to jump around a little bit. He's getting really close now. I don't like that. Ah! Man, if that ship was a guy... Ooh. I don't like where that shot went. Almost done. And he's firing on my empty sector again. Excellent. And when you take down one of his ships, you get an extra probe. So let's put it to good use and make sure there's nothing else left in this sector. I think I usually move on to Sector 2 with my next probe, but... go ahead and... yep, nothing there. Jeez, right off the nose. Okay, let's move on to Sector 2, see if we can find some... hey, nice! Scored a hit right away. All I gotta do is figure out the shape of the ship so I can take it down. And no, I'm not going to make another horrible ship shape pun. Well, at least there's not a lot of directions left to go. And this go. And now the only question is it the T shape or the cross shape? It's the cross shape. Arrgh, stupid mouse. Alright, one more hit, and I get another probe. And I'm doing surprisingly well. Since I'm way ahead, and he hasn't even hit one of my ships yet, I'm gonna go ahead and save. Of course, usually it's easy to beat him without resorting to cheap tactics like saving and restoring, but... again, if you want a perfect score, you have to beat this without him scuttling a single one of your ships. Now I've just got to kind of fire blindly into the areas I haven't probed and hope to hit something, which takes forever, so I'm going to speed it up a little. And it's just a matter of who can find one of the other person's ships first. Usually takes him a long time, so... it all really comes down to luck. And generally, especially considering you've got probes, your luck is going to be better. So if you're just trying to win, you're going to win. If you're trying to win with a perfect score, however, you need a lot more than luck. That's what the save is for. Not finding anything out here. And there we go, he scored a hit. And I'm way behind at this point, because I've got 2 ships to take down yet, so screw that. Let's try probing a different part of this sector. And there we go, right next to the other one. And you'll notice this time he shoots in different spots. I don't know what the random factor is, whether it's actually based on what I do or not. He's just firing in the corners now. Who puts a ship in the corner? Oh, and he got me, but you know what? That's okay, because I've got him. I got one more probe now, and it only takes 3 shots to take down his last ship. Meanwhile, it's going to take him 3 more shots to take down mine, so all I have to do is find it, and then restore to this point, and take it down in 3 shots, and I win. Perfect score. So let's go ahead and do that. Probe Sector 3, see if I can find where he put that last ship. Not there. And I don't have enough time to look, so try this again. Just probe a different quadrant. It'll have to turn up eventually. Not a whole lot of quadrants left. Nothing. And the final quadrant. Nothing. He used my tactic against me. He made an empty sector. That just sucks. Alright, there's one more sector here that I haven't checked. Nothing. So he had 2 ships in Sector 1 the whole time. Alright, let's just find this thing. Hey, wait a minute! I probed every quadrant! Did I forget one? Nothing. Where's the ship? He had to put it somewhere. I probed there, didn't I? Nothing. I wonder, does the thing even show up on a probe? That wasn't even a probe. Pretty sure I probed there. Where is it? You know what? I don't think I'm gonna find it. I think the scout ship just doesn't show up on probes. It's the only explanation. Because I've tried every place where I could possibly probe, so there's only one thing for it. Let's skip the probe and just shoot every part of the sector where it could possibly be. Besides which, you guys haven't seen what happens when he takes down one of my ships, so I'll go ahead and let you see that, if he ever gets around to finishing the job. At least I know I've got a lot more than 3 shots. How many shapes could this ship possibly have? There you go. It's the whole space filling thing. It just... yeah. It takes forever to just shoot around until you find something. Alright, let's speed this up a little. And he finds my second ship right away. Okay, so here's Sector 3. I've shot every place the scout ship could possibly fit. It is not in Sector 3. It is conclusively empty. So we gotta search Sector 2. And again, it's gonna take forever. And there's only one place left. Let's check it out. Not there. It's not in Sector 2 either. It's way back in Sector 1. And I probed the hell out of this place. So I'm going to be a little more efficient about it. And show you probably the best algorithm for finding a ship. I think it's slightly better if you move over 1 square in either direction from the long diagonal. But honestly, at this point, it really doesn't matter. So, speed this up a little bit. Basically, all you gotta do is cover an entire diagonal. You know, any diagonal. Almost got it. And eventually, this ship's gonna have to turn up. Once you've covered the diagonal, move up or down 3 squares. And go another diagonal. So the ships, there's no ship that can fit between these diagonals. If it's there, you're gonna hit it eventually. And I really probably should have been doing this from the start, but I really didn't expect it to take nearly as long as it did. So this is the first place I probed. I'm really pissed if it's there. It's not. But I'm kind of running out of places for it to be. I've covered almost all 3 sectors now. And the diagonal cuts right through the ship, so... Finally! And I put the probe right there. You guys saw it. You watched me probe that sector. It's no farther away from where I probed than any of the other ships were. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not going to restore. I'm going to show you what happens when I win at this point. Watch my score. It's 1330. And with 2 ships remaining, my score goes up to 1380 when I win. You get 25 points per ship remaining. So, again, to get a full score for... there we go. To get a full score for the game, you have to have all 4 of your ships partly intact, at least. Alright, yeah. If I put the probe right next to it, I find it, but 2 squares away, I didn't find it. Ugh, those probes are just so useless. Alright. Perfect finish, no ships scuttled. After way more turns than it should have taken. And I get 1430. And this doesn't look good. Couldn't sit third and let him get away with it. Okay. Does he even have authority here? You know, I think Cliffy's got a point. They really are rubbing our noses in it. Yeah, kinda wanted to see if I could catch him before they teleported away. Alright, well, I guess we're not gonna get far without Cliffy, so let's go see if we can spring him. Actung. No, you didn't. You said something in badly spelled German. Oh, you didn't go there. Alright, I guess we're not going to get any interesting conversation out of these guys. Let's just go ourselves. No! Alright, there we go. No! Well, maybe I just like seeing Roger writhe in pain. Alright, we're not going to be able to get in there. Let's cut our way through with a laser torch. I'd say it's very necessary. But, yeah, we're not going to be able to force our way past these guys, are we? Oh. Can't even fight, or use the panel, or anything. I suppose we're going to have to come back to this next time. Not even a little bit of killing? Alright, true to his word, Cliffy's gonna try to fix WD-40 so she doesn't try to kill us next time. So I guess I'm gonna leave him to his business and see what else there is to do. Hey guys, I'm Nito King, and this is Space Quest V, The Next Mutation. You may remember that last time we fought the killer android WD-40 on planet Kiss Your Ass Goodbye, and we kissed her ass goodbye. Then we returned to the planet just to steal the cloaking device from her ship, which of course set off a bomb. So let's see how that goes. And it looks like even Drool wants to go there, so I'll pull up my little code sheet again. This one's pretty easy to remember. It's 69869. And we're all familiar with the next part. Alright, so as usual, anything interesting to say? Nothing. Here's one thing that's guaranteed. Now, we finished our mission. We had 3 planets to visit. We visited all 3, even though there was no garbage beacon to kiss your ass goodbye. Kinda wonder why they sent us there anyway. But now, what do we have to do? I'm kind of at a loss here, so I suppose we better ask the person who's in charge of our orders. Ah, the Thirsty Tentacle sounds like just the place to go. Alright, so the space bar it is.